The next adjustment I'm going to demonstrate for you is called a hook collar adjustment. What that is a little collar on the back of the hook assembly shaft, right behind the hook. As this collar rotates, as your hook assembly rotates, this collar rubs on a bushing that's coming through the front end of the gearbox. In the back end of the gearbox, you can see there's gears on the other side of that bushing. Over time, with as much as your hook assembly rotates, what can happen is we end up with airspace behind that collar, which then allows your hook assembly to move front to back. What can be a symptom of this problem is finish a quilt, maybe see 3 or 4 loops of your top thread that's looped through onto the back of the quilt. The rest of the tension is fine for the whole quilt. That can be a symptom of this problem. This should be an adjustment that you check on your machine about every 6 months to a year, depending on how heavily you use your machine. How you test for it is to take the bobbin case out of your hook assembly, put your thumb on the center shaft in your hook, reach around your entire hook assembly, and try to push and pull this hook assembly to see if there's any motion there. On this machine down here, same thing. This is how you'll be doing it on your machine. Thumb in the center shaft, reach around the hook assembly, and try to push and pull. You shouldn't feel any movement there, hear any clicking, any sound at all. That should be rock solid. If we need to make an adjustment to it, we'll have to get in underneath our needle plate again. We'll need to loosen the Allen set screw that's in this black collar. So you may have to rotate your hook assembly around so you can access this from underneath the machine. Once that collar is loose, we're going to use the airspace between the collar and your hook assembly. Since our hook assembly is on solid and it's not moving, the only thing that can move is the collar that's behind. So if you put your tip of your flat blade screwdriver in that airspace and twist your screwdriver, that's going to force those two pieces apart. Or the only thing that can move is that collar. That'll get rid of that space that's in behind the collar. Tighten our set screw back down again, and then retest to see if that play has gone from the machine. This is what it would look like from the top of the machine. You can see we've got the needle plate out of the way. Our one screw is holding our washers in place. You would want to get to your Allen screw from underneath the machine. This view is looking up from the bottom of the machine, so we can see where our black collar is and our set screw. This is about the position where you're going to want to have your Allen screw machine. Your screwdriver will go in from on top, right in between your hook assembly and your hook collar. Put your screwdriver tip in, turn your screwdriver after your Allen screw is loose, tighten your Allen screw back up again, and then retest to see if you have any play.